Take questions.
I think first, just our thoughts and prayers are with, right now, Jeremiah Williams, who's a great player. Great player. I love the kid from Simeon. Unbelievable competitor. Hope it's not too serious. It's just, you always pray before a game that, to win, and then that everybody stays injury free. You just hate to see anybody not be able to finish the game. So be remiss if that's not the first thing you mentioned. Second, got an unbelievable respect for Aaron and what he's building at Temple. They got a great mixture of the Philadelphia toughness and really high basketball IQ guys that know how to play. They just really know how to play. And with that being said, we had to match their physicality and play with great intensity, and we did that. We did it on the defensive end, forced 18 turnovers. So that's why the rebounding total was a little skewed, because they didn't get as many shots up on the rim because our defense was really, really active. And offensively, we did some good things. You saw some improvement in some of the stuff that we've been working on in terms of movement and extra passes and attacking the basket, getting the ball inside a little more. So I was very, very pleased. Everybody that played made an impact on the game, and so to start this stretch that we got, which is a difficult one with a hard-fought, highly intense physical game, that you come out with a win, I'm just very, very pleased.
Coach, your team has had some challenges finishing half strong. Tonight, you finished the game on a 7-0 run that gets you the victory. Can you talk a little bit about that?
Yeah, and I thought a big thing too was we did finish the first half pretty well as also. We got to stop, and we did a great side top side reversal, and Murphy gets all the way to the basket. Gives us a little juice going in, and then we executed really well to start the second half. Give them credit. They scored 8 straight points to take the lead. Dunn hits a tough three. Hasn't made a three all game long. Buries at one. Then he makes the shot around the basket, and then Jourdain hits a three. You know what I mean? At that point, they're 6 of 20 from the field in the second half. They make 3 straight baskets, 3 straight possessions, and then we got to stop the next 3, and that was critical, because you don't come back and win that game if you don't get the defensive stops. But we made our free throws. We attacked the basket and got to the free throw line. They're I think in the top 10 in the country in free throws per game, and we got to the free throw line more than they did. Now we got to shoot better than 11 to 19, but 30 to 16 points in the paint was a point of emphasis for us. And so, really proud of the way we ended the game. Defensive stops and some good execution on offense. And Javon picked a heck of a time to make his first shot in 3 games. No doubt about that. So, and then we get the stop on the next 2 possessions, which was great.
When you have so many new players, it takes a while for guys to get connected. Tonight, I think you had like 5 or 6 charges your team drew. Is that an indication of that? Yeah,
I think 2 things. I think one, guys are starting to when you have the new guys and young guys too now, you know what I mean, without a ton of playing experiences. We were very good defensively in the first half of the season, and it's dropped over the last 4 or 5 games. So there's some inconsistencies there. But then also, every team has to kind of create and forge their own identity, and sometimes you have to kind of reinvent yourself during the year. So we talked about it, that, okay, if we're not shooting the ball well, what do we need to do to win? And we need to scrap and claw a little bit more on defense. And what does that mean? That means we got to take more charges. We got to wall up around the basket and protect the rim a little bit more. I thought we did a good job of that tonight. We got to be the first to the floor on loose balls, you know, and we got to really be disciplined in our coverages. And I thought we were exceptional at that tonight.
Seems like, especially over the last couple of games, every game, Chihuahua's getting better and better and better. Not just, you know, around the basket, but kind of on the elbow. He had a nice jumper
Yep.
at one point. Been good with the hook shots.
Yep.
When the threes aren't falling, you know, just how big has it been for you guys to be able to go inside and have some consistency?
It's a great point, and Javon started it off with a great zip pass to him, like the second possession of the game. You know, and a month ago he wouldn't have caught that pass. But we've been emphasizing getting the ball into him, and I know, and I'm the worst at it. You know, every time a big guy misses a shot around the basket, you're like, oh God, you know, he's 6 for 10. He's 6 for 10. You know, not gonna make everyone. It's physical down there. They're getting banged and hit and all that stuff. But we've put a greater emphasis. He did a better job today of keeping contact. You know what I mean? Sealing and holding that contact and getting the ball in deeper. We're looking for him more on drives for drop-offs. He got the nice dunk, which was a big play for us. So yeah, you can just see. You got to remember, you know, he didn't play much his first year. Last year he averaged about 11 minutes a game. Now he's at 24 minutes a game, and he's growing. He's getting better. I thought he was. He's tremendous. He's a tremendous defensive player. 15 feet and out. He's unbelievable on the ball screens. All right, he's really good in our ball screen coverage. He guarded Dunn 2 or 3 times on the isolation and did a really good job on him. You know what I mean? And now he had a much more of a rim presence defensively today as well. So I couldn't be happier with the way he's playing right now.
Coach, like you said, you have a pretty busy schedule coming up with 5 games in 12 days. How is the team planning to stay strong physically and mentally, and how does tonight set the stage for those coming games? Yeah,
great question. It's always a lot better watching film all night tonight and prepping tomorrow after a win, you know. So getting that first one was really important for us. You know, there won't be a lot of practice. It will be, guys have to, and this will be a challenge to go back to Russ's question, be a challenge for a group that's new together to be able to still prepare well for games without the practice execution that you normally get. Film work, walkthroughs, individual meetings, and then a lot of cold tubs. You know, they got to get in the cold tub. They got to get the compression leg things or whatever they got. They got to do the foam rolling and all those new gadget stuff that we have access to here. So, and then you got to get your rest, and then you got to lace them up and go out there and compete at the same level. That's the challenge. Guys love games. Coaches love practice. You know. So now the guys win out over the next 11 days.
Very impactful, though. I mean, this stretch could be very impactful on the program as far as these guys coming together. You know, they're still learning together on and off the court, and it could really carry you quite a ways.
Yeah. I mean, we have whatever is a challenge is also an opportunity. It's a great opportunity for us. It really is. And as we talked about, you know, can we sustain this and play at this same effort and intensity level and physicality level on Tuesday night or whatever night? I lost track. Wednesday night. You know what I mean? And then you got to turn around 2 days later and you're in Wichita with tough place to play. You know, so yeah, it's wonderful opportunity for us to really dig down a little deeper and grow as a team right now.
Coach, you guys were able to take care of the ball pretty well today, just 9 turnovers overall. Would you attribute that more to, like you said, the more fluid offense, you know, more moving around and moving without the ball?
Yeah, and you know, obviously, Javon to play 34 minutes and have no turnovers, and Caleb to play almost 37 minutes and have the ball in his hands quite a bit too, and only have 3 against that pressure, because they're a very physical defensive team that got into you a little bit and pressured us and so forth. So I thought that the movement and the spacing on offense and just the discipline on offense in terms of no one-handed passes, two-hand catches, you got to rip the ball through. Those little things are critical, and we made good plays. And when you just, it's easy to say, not easy to do. If you just keep hitting the next open man, the defense eventually breaks down, and we were much better at that today.
Jalen McCreary didn't play tonight. I don't think I saw him on the bench. Will he be available Wednesday?
Jalen has taken a leave of absence from the team for personal reasons right now.
Okay.
Okay?
Well, and with that, and now having, kind of maybe a shortened bench for a little bit, just, how your rotation's going to be a little bit tested with this extended, a lot of
Yep.
games and a lot of time. How do you see kind of your rotation playing out?
Well, I think a couple things. I think Sam gives us great versatility. I thought he was critical tonight for us. You know what I mean? And as a young player, asking him to do so many different things, offensively, defensively, because we play them on a lot of times their best perimeter big. You know what I mean? And in this league, it's one guy inside and four guys on the outside. So he's challenged quite a bit. And those other guys coming off the bench got to give us significant minutes and play well for us. I thought when Boggs was in there, did some good things. Obviously, he had a really good first half for us. You know what I mean? And Matos gave us good physicality in there as well. And I thought the minutes that Trey and Sorrell gave us, in particular in the first half, were critical for us also. We're going to count it. We're going to need all those guys. We're going to need all of them during this stretch.
All right. Thank you, guys.
All right.